Welcome friends. In this video, I'm going to give the axiomatic definition of probability as well as the addition theorem and some examples on this addition theorem I'm going to solve here. Okay. Here, if S is a sample space we know already. Sample space is a set of all possible outcomes for that particular random experiment is known as sample space. Okay, if S is a sample space and E is any event associated with S, E is a subset. Associated means a subset of S, then a unique real number. Okay, this is nothing but your unique real number P of E is assigned to an event known as probability of an event E. Okay, we are assigning one unique real number, that is one number we are giving to this P of E known as the probability of E if it satisfies the following axioms. Axioms means is nothing but conditions. It should satisfy these conditions. Then we say it is a probability of a particular event. The probability of sample space, if you are taking that event E as S itself, then it should be equal to 1. And for every event, probability must lie between 0 and 1. And if A1, A2 up to AN are mutually exclusive events, two events or some many events, okay, such mutually exclusive events, then probability of A1 union, A2 union, like that up to AN, union of all the probabilities must be equal to probability of A plus probability of B plus, sorry, probability of A2 plus probability of AN. One important thing is if they are mutually exclusive events, then we can say this third condition. Okay, if these three conditions holds good, then we say that is probability of function. This is the axiomatic definition of probability. Then comes the addition theorem. Let me state here addition theorem. If A and B are any two events of a sample space S which are not mutually exclusive. If mutually exclusive means there is no common elements between A and B. Here they are not mutually exclusive means there is a common element in A and B. Then we say that it is mutually exclusive. Okay, exclusive. Then probability of A union B equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. And here let me explain a little bit about the Venn diagram of this. Okay, here according to the Venn diagram, this is the sample space S. Rectangle will show sample space S, and one circle will represent a event A, and B is representing a event. Okay, next A intersection B is nothing but the common elements in A and B. This part, the overlapping part, is nothing but your A intersection B. Okay, A intersection B is nothing but common element, and the elements which are not common and the part of A, this one. Okay, I will mark it by a red one, the shaded red shade is representing us nothing but A intersection B bar. This is nothing but A intersection B bar it is representing. Like that, one more part is there, that is, I will shade it by green part, which is okay, this part is nothing but A bar intersection B. Okay, it is nothing but A bar intersection B. Now, using the definitions of intersection, union and all those things, the set A I can write it as now set A is equal to A intersection B bar. Okay, red color one, A intersection B bar union A intersection B, correct? And B equal to, I can write it as, set B equal to, I can write it as A intersection B, this part plus this part, that is union of A bar intersection B. This A bar intersection B and all those things, how to write it, explanation I will give later. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, next. Then here one thing we can observe here, A intersection B bar and A intersection B are mutually exclusive. Therefore, probability of A will become probability of A intersection B bar plus union will transform as a plus if you are applying the probability, then probability of A intersection B. Similarly, for B also, A intersection B and A bar intersection B are both mutually exclusive. Therefore, probability of B will become probability of A intersection B plus probability of A bar intersection B. Okay, union will become the addition after converting it to probabilities. Therefore, adding these two, probability of A plus probability of B is equal to probability of A intersection B bar plus probability of A intersection B plus probability of A bar intersection B plus probability of A intersection B. Addition of 4 terms. Now I will combine these three probabilities as they are mutually exclusive. I can write them as probability of A intersection B bar, instead of plus I can write them as union A intersection B union A bar intersection B. First three only I will include, last one I will keep as it is, A intersection B as it is. Now we can check that A intersection B bar, A intersection B, A bar intersection B, all these sets together, all these three together are representing nothing but A union B. I can replace them by probability of A union B. All these three sets together will represent as the A union B plus probability of A intersection B. This A intersection B I can shift to the left side, then my required answer will come as probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is a very, very important theorem. Many times, only few steps are there. Okay, you should know how to represent in a Argand diagram and then proof. Okay, now using the addition theorem, one example I am going to solve here. That is, if three sets are there, probability of A union B union C, then I have to prove that probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C minus probability of two intersections, A intersection B minus probability of B intersection C minus probability of C intersection A. Here, let me consider A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. This is by associative law. By associative law. Okay. Therefore, probability of A union B union C, I can write it as a probability of A union B union C, I can write, which is equal to, this is one set I am considering, this is another set. Therefore, by addition rule, what happens here? By addition rule, or addition theorem, what happens? Probability of A union B plus probability of C minus probability of A union B intersection C. Correct? This is treated as A, this is treated as B minus probability of A intersection B. This is a by addition theorem. Like that, again I can apply the addition theorem for this A union B. Then what happens here? Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B will come. Okay, plus probability of C as it is minus, I will put the bracket here, and probability of, in between this I will apply the distribution law, that is A intersection C, A intersection C union, okay, union A intersection, sorry, B intersection C by the distribution law. A union, sorry, A intersection C union B intersection C, okay, by distribution law. Now these two are treated as, this one is treated as set A and this is treated as set B, and then we'll apply the addition theorem for this, that is probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C I will write minus probability of A intersection B as it is I will write minus addition theorem for this, probability of A intersection C plus probability of B intersection C. This is your A, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection C intersection B intersection C. Okay, then simplify this, I will get the required answer, that is probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection B minus probability of A intersection C, minus is multiplied inside, minus probability of B intersection C, minus of minus, plus probability of A intersection C intersection B intersection C can be done as A intersection B intersection C, combining again by the associative law or distribution law reverse, that is getting the probability of A union B union C. Okay, this is how to prove within 2-3 steps using the set theory as well as using the, let me come to another example here. If A and B are events with the probability of A union B equal to 7/8, A intersection B equal to 1/4, probability of A bar is equal to 5/8, then find the probability of A, probability of B and probability of A intersection B bar. Okay, all these things I have to calculate. One by one will form here. Probability of A bar equal to, they have given it as a 5/8, which implies probability of A is equal to 1 minus probability of A bar, already we know, or A bar equal to probability of 1 minus probability of A, both are one and the same. 1 minus 5/8, LCM is here 8, 8 into 1, 8 minus 5, which is equal to 3/8 is my probability of A. Okay. Next, to find out probability of A I have got, to find out probability of B, what I will do, I will use the addition theorem. Addition theorem. Addition theorem. Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Probability of A union B is there with us already. It is 7 by 8 they have given. Okay, and then probability of A I have calculated, that is 3 by 8, plus probability of B I don't know, keep as it is, minus probability of A intersection B, they have given it as 1 divided by 4. Simplify this, I will going to get the required answer, which implies probability of B is equal to 7 by 8 minus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 4. Okay, simplifying this, I am going to get LCM is 8, 7 as it is, minus 3 also as it is because 8 is there, 2 4s are 8, multiply by 2 here, plus 2, which comes out to be 7 minus 3, 4, 4 plus 2, 6 by 8, or 3 by 4. This is the probability of B. I am going to get it as 6 by 8. Then, how to find out probability of A intersection B bar? A intersection B bar. To find out that, by in the proof of addition theorem, I know probability of B is equal to probability of, or A also I can select, no problem. A is equal to probability of A intersection B bar plus probability of A intersection B, as well as the probability of B also equal to, I know, probability of A intersection B plus probability of A bar intersection B. These two I know used in the definition of proof of this one. I want to find out this. Therefore, substitute probability of A already I have. Probability of A is 3 by 8. A probability of A is 3 by 8, which is equal to probability of A intersection B bar I will keep as it is, plus probability of A intersection B, they have given it as 1 by 4, which implies probability of A intersection B bar is equal to 3 by 8 minus 1 by 4. Again LCM is 8 here, and 3 minus 2 will become 1 by 8. Like that, I can find out A bar intersection B also. Again probability of B is 6 by 8 and I know. Okay, which is equal to probability of A intersection B 1 by 4 plus probability of A bar intersection B, which implies probability of A bar intersection B is equal to 6 by 8 minus 1 by 4. LCM is 8, 6 minus 2 equal to 4 by 8. Okay, like this, many more examples I am going to solve in the next video. Please subscribe my channel so that, and press the bell icon so that whenever I am getting videos, we'll get the notification. Okay, thank you friends. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.